mostly on the fact that botnets are made up of multiple servers and computers, and you don't just own a botnet. It's not like a boat. You own a boat, you don't own a botnet. And there aren't many large computer servers in Europe due to the government restrictions, mostly. The only ones really anywhere near Europe would be France, Britain, Scotland, maybe. Other than that, most countries are too strict.
And my uncle, he works for the FCC, and that's the Federal Communications Commission. Okay.
I'm glad he cleared that up.
Yeah.
I call bullshit again. I just like that he over-elaborates on the things that he says. It almost makes it seem like he really wants you to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me the opposite of believe it.
That would be disbelieve it, I believe.
I believe that disbelief is that term. I do believe that's what we're looking for here.
Okay, now he has this piece of software there where I can type in your IP address and everything I need to know about you will come up, okay?
Bullshit again?
I'm gonna go with maybe it's not. I have heard of a software kind of like that. I think it's called Google.
I've never heard of this Google.
I feel like
more.
It might be Google. Google or really any other search engine, you can find a lot of information about people. A lot of information. And if such an uncle and such a software did exist, I'm sure if you called your uncle and told him you wanted to trace the IP of someone who posted a hate video on an artist that you like, a pop singer, I'm pretty sure he would laugh at you and hang up the phone. Or at least he should.
Not send you any money your next birthday either.
Exactly.
And I can put you on my website, and yeah. And by the way, all the Justin Bieber hating websites.
Websites?
Yeah. Websites.
That was his testicles retreating further up into his body to avoid the inevitable carnage.
They were ascending up into him further. Unreal.
14 days from posting this video, that's in 2 weeks, we will start DDoSing your sites, okay? And your sites are going to be history.
Now you see, I for one, YouTube is pretty much the only site I use. And as far as I know, I don't have much expertise in the area of hacking. But from what I've gathered, DDoSing a site as large as YouTube is fairly impossible.
Would require a tremendous amount of computer power. Some government agencies don't even have enough power to do something such as that. But I'm sure this 14-year-old child does have that power. I'm sure that's we after all have no idea what he's capable of.
No clue.
I fear for my life.
This child could end me.
He could indeed.
Because Justin Bieber hating has to stop. And, it's, as I said, it's not a joke anymore. And people are starting to get upset, frustrated and stuff. They're starting to fear for their lives because of...
And
here's where it looks like he's going to cry.
He does appear to be a bit teary there. Which again, I think goes back to taking internet death threats seriously.
DMK-10, I'm still waiting for that knife to be inserted into my rectum, by the way.
Bunch of idiots from some stupid websites are going and posting stuff saying that they're going to kill us and that they're going to cut our necks. And, we just don't appreciate that, okay? And might I add that the FCC, the company that the Alphabet agency that my uncle works for,
Alphabet agency, question mark?
I have no idea what he's talking about here. What do you think his uncle really does?
To be honest, I think that he exaggerated a little bit on FCC. Maybe he has an uncle that works for the FCC, but I'm feeling that the FCC in this case probably stands for something along the lines of Florence Cheese Cutters, perhaps. Maybe his uncle works in a cheese factory, because FCC really is a big title to be thrown around. And I really have never heard the term alphabet agency.
I had never heard that either. Now, you see, I think that he's just blowing the entire thing out of his ass. I think his uncle's a male hooker.
He could be. He could, in fact, be. And he's just trying to cover up for it.
Actually have connections to the NSA, Homeland Security, and the FBI. And
you know, one thing I thought about is that there are probably only maybe enough people to count on one hand on the whole planet who actually have connections to all three of those agencies.
Maybe that many if we're lucky. But, you know, I'm sure he's one of them.
True again. This kid is he's just a fearsome force to behold.
I don't know. I'm so shaken I can barely even film this video.
Very intimidating.
those agencies have the potential, have the right to put stuff down on your criminal record. And I know a lot of you are teenagers and stuff, and I'm sure that a criminal record is the last thing you'd be wanting. But
now, you see, one of my subscribers asked if his uncle, his contacts had this type of power, what would you, if you could choose, what would you want them to put into your criminal record? And I said, if I could choose, I would want them to put in something about necrophilia. Because, just for shock value. Whoever's if I'm being in the police station, the guy's going over my criminal record, and he just comes to that, he's not going to be able to stop himself from just stopping for a second to stare at me.
I think I would want some random, obscure crime. Something that just doesn't happen anymore. I want to be arrested for vagrancy.
There we go.
Basically just generally being a scumbag out in public. I would love that.
I'm prepared to bring out big guns against you, stupid, tough guy Justin Bieber haters, because
I don't understand that comment at all. It has nothing to do with being tough. It just has to do with liking music that has real substance instead of over-synthesized prepubescent man squealing. I guess if that's what you think it is, that's how you want to take it. That's your business. Well, it's not about being tough with me. I don't want to fight you. I'm very afraid at this point. Yeah. I don't even want to anger you.
This 3-foot-tall, 70-pound, 14-year-old could kick my ass.
He would, and he would do it quickly. And then he'd post a YouTube video about it.
none of you have uploaded many videos or anything. You're just wearing these stupid. If you have uploaded videos, you're either wearing these stupid masks or.
You want to talk about the big mistake he just made, or shall I?
I don't think we shall mention the name of the area because technically that does violate a few rules as far as how involved I am with that. But the people that he just referenced, you know who you are. Really is a no-no. It really is not the thing you want to do. You know what, I'll say it. 4chan. That was the 4chan stab. He took a stab at 4chan. and also threaten to hack them. That is no-no on top of no-no, slathered with some no-no mayo, and put in between 2 slices of pumpernickel with no-no on it. You just, not something you want to do at all.
It's not a joke anymore, and justice will be served. So,
There we go. Best line of the vid.
Absolutely. Justice will be served.
I love that he says that right after he says it's not a joke anymore.
It's not a joke. Yeah, you can't follow "it's not a joke" up with a line that will make people laugh for sure.
Yeah.
haters, fuck your metal music, fuck everything about you, okay? Because we're just simply not going to tolerate you, okay? Goodbye.
Oh. First off, I just want to say I must politely decline your offers of intercourse. And,
As do I. As do I.
but another, goodbye, little kid.
Toodaloo.